Pop Mart, blind boxes, Labubis. You may have seen these recently and thought to yourself, what is this craze and am I missing out? Or maybe you're thinking, Nick, have you been living under a rock? I'm obsessed with Labubu and literally have one for every day of the week. ChatGPT taught me that Mondays are vibrant, Tuesdays are retro, Wednesdays are nature, etc. Get on my level, you silly willy-nilly of a man. How's it going, day ones? I'm Nick Tom, and I'm a Pop Mart addict. Just kidding. But in all honesty, this is a slippery slope that I hope to never fall down. For those of you who don't know, and it's okay if you don't, Pop Mart's blind boxes have been all the rage, and these shops have been popping up everywhere. Well, I just found out I'm gonna be a dad later this year. I gotta brush up on my dad jokes. Even though Pop Mart has been around for over a decade, it's really the Labubu toys that have been the biggest hit in the US. Why? To be honest, I can't really explain it. I think there's this sort of ugly, cute aesthetic that makes them appealing. I mean, Time magazine describes them as Nordic monkey-like forest elves with devilish grins. Yeah, I'm just saying, if that was someone's Bumble BFF bio, I'm telling you right now, I would not swipe right on her. Like, good for you, girl, but maybe that is a freak that should not be matched. Hey guys, so I'm Nordic, which just means I'm white as heck, even though I have a designer from Hong Kong. I really love eating bananas and occasionally swinging from vines. Flinging poo is off limits for me. Unfortunately, I have a resting devil face, but below the surface, I can be whatever you want me to be. I'm the perfect trophy friend. Did you know bananas are berries? But as with anything these days, the trend really began with someone with a lot of influence online. This was none other than Lisa from Blackpink. And oh my gosh, guys, I really need to watch White Lotus because I heard she's amazing in it. For a second, I actually forgot she was Thai, which is really weird because I grew up in Thailand. So what I'm trying to say is, Lisa, please forgive me. Alter ego is fire. So let's watch the TikTok that I believe started this all, which is where Lisa is talking about her Labubu. Let's see if it piques our interest or if it really stinks. Like Labubu. What? That one was an easy one, okay? It was a potty joke. Alright, I'll shut up now. Oh wait, so she just posted on Instagram of herself with them first? Well, I guess that means it's more like she's a genuine fan and it doesn't feel so much like this is a sponsored ad type beat. But she did talk very openly about Labubu after the craze really hit Southeast Asia, so let's watch that video.
Hi, this is Lisa, and this is my secret obsession.
Not gonna lie, this was only posted a few months ago. At this point, it's not a secret anymore.
This is Pop Mart. It's a blind box, so you don't know what's inside. Oh my god, how do you get this? This is really rare.
Okay, market that right away. Let people know that some are rare. Golden Globes acting right here.
They have like the rare one. It's really hard to get. We call them secret.
Again, not a secret if everyone knows about it, but okay.
You can see there's a secret here.
It's giving, who's that Pokemon?
I don't think I'm gonna get secret from here.
I like how they fast forward the awkward unboxing. That's me every time, plus heart palpitations.
This is so cute. So normally I just, get the whole set. So I don't have to being like, oh no, I want the other one.
Not all of us can afford the whole set, Lisa. Or we're not scalpers. Okay, sorry. Thai queen.
So when this guy has a tail, they call Simomo. If she doesn't have tail, we call her Labubu. One has a tail, one doesn't.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know Zimomo was a thing. But also, why did Labubu look so fake?
I just got into Pop Mart early this year. I learned about this from one of my close friends. Then they came out and they were like, oh my god, the one that I want, it's sold out. I was like, is that hard to get? And as soon as I got them, I go crazy.
Yep, so that's the backstory of it all. Her friends were into it and she realized that it was more of a challenge and so it got her hooked. Internationally, in fact. Almost as if this was an alter ego. Can you imagine if her album was actually just a confession that she's been living a double life as a Pop Mart addict? Her song Born Again would be like, if you went to the mall with me, could have showed you my Labubus, especially the secret one. I buy them all the time. Open the blind box now, open the blind box now. Now that I've destroyed your eardrums, I think it's a good time to talk about how Pop Mart has really capitalized on Labubu being an experience. Because as we saw with Lisa, there's always one or two figurines that you're really hoping to get more than the others. Or at the very least, there's the secret. And like with any experience, influencers on TikTok have generated followers from unboxing these. Apparently, there are also ways to sort of peek to see what kind of Labubu you're gonna get. Now, I have to mention that this is really not allowed in stores, but if you're gonna buy a whole set of them, I understand you wanting to extend the experience and sort of get those bite-sized hits of dopamine.
And I didn't feel like opening the rest of them, so I kind of just shook it up like this and peeked at the bottom. And you'll see this card right here, except for this one. And then this thing came out. Oh my God! Guys, I got a secret!
So this TikTok has... And I hope that this influencer blows up because as a small creator, I know the grind. But I just can't wrap my head around the secret Labubu being a big deal. People in the comments also seem pretty split in their opinions. I mean, the top comment is, Labubu secrets are so boring. Crying emoji. They're all the same. But then the next comment is literally, this must be the best feeling ever. I want to experience this. Crying emoji. Two very different sides of a similar coin, both expressing the same emotions. I think there's really no winning with this experience, other than if you were to say no and have the satisfaction that you had self-control. If you don't get the one that you really want, you're disappointed and then you want to keep buying them. But if you get the one that you do want, it feels so good that you just want to get that hit again and then you want to keep buying them. However, it's definitely a lose-lose situation when someone buys a fake Labubu. This is another trend on TikTok where people are explaining how to spot the differences between fake Labubus and real ones. The fake ones being called Lafufus. Even though some of them look really close to the real ones, most of them just look like crap.
I bought a Labubu off Marketplace and it looks super legit. The listing very much showed a box, but I'll be able to tell if it's authentic regardless. There's actually a bag in here. Labubus have like a little tear, not a freaking resealable Ziploc. I'm scared. It looks like a demon wearing the skin of a Labubu. Ah! Here's a real Labubu for reference. Hello?
In my opinion, this TikTok that also has was really just clickbait because this influencer already has a significant following making gamer content. There's no way that someone who already collects Labubus would buy one off of Facebook Marketplace, I think it was, and expect it to be real. But it's still funny as heck. I just want to point out that the complaint was that it looked too much like a demon when it's supposed to have a devilish appeal to it. I guess it's like, hey, this isn't ugly cute, this is ugly ugly. I was scammed. Obviously, everyone in the comments is on board with this opinion. The top comment is, that's la bad bad. Look, I'm just saying, F minus dad joke. You will never be a dad. The next comment is, that's terrifying, all caps. Very straight and to the point. Thanks, Crystal. Apparently, the one place you should never look to buy a Labubu is Temu. If you've seen my video about Temu, you know how I feel about the company. Ain't no one wanna shop like a billionaire when we're seeing how billionaires run this country. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to get political. I love America. Just to show you how bad the fufus on Temu are, I decided to show you what they're currently selling. It was possible that the pictures would at least look legit, but trying to get past Temu's security verification online made me want to smash my phone. Click on all images. The airplane is flying over the sea. What the heck? I can't scroll down. I'll just select these two. Dang it. Maybe if I turn the phone sideways. Nope, that's even worse. Okay, the peach is in the bowl. It's weird how it sounds like I'm teaching AI how to speak English. I see that little sneaky bowl. Oh snap, I forgot that one. It's right in the middle. Cat is sleeping on bed. I don't even know anymore. Hey, I got it. So I decided to download the app again. The only ones that I were able to find were these like plush bouquets, which were obviously fake. I mean, they had a bunch of what I assume were copyrighted characters. Not gonna lie, I almost fell for the pom-pom pudding one. Must tell my chimpanzee brain that these are not real. They're not real. Don't buy them. Wait, what is this other suggested collection of characters? But okay, look, for the sake of research, I think maybe it's okay that I buy one of these. I mean, it would be really fun to see how bad the quality is and like roast it. Maybe I can even give it to a friend as a prank and record their reaction. What are you doing? Huh? What? I was just gonna order a Labubu on Temu. Are you out of your mind? We don't support that company. Come on, it's just one time. No. Whoa, I can't let you do it. Wait, what are you gonna do with that loaded berry? You gave me no choice. I'm sorry. From what I found while researching for this video, Labubus are really popular in the US, but this isn't exactly the case for other countries like in Asia. Pop Mart has a lot of other series. At this point, they must have thousands of these figurines. Apparently, they try to release a new one every week. They're constantly doing collaborations with artists and other brands, mostly those that have a cute aesthetic, and also in promoting new shows and movies. Actually, if you want the satisfaction of seeing a lot of these collections open at once, there is this TikToker, Kira Kabuki, whose whole brand is just opening entire sets of these at once. We're talking 12 of them at the same time. And she has like 1.6 million followers, and her TikToks get pretty good views, often in the millions, like one of the recent ones with SpongeBob. Yeah, it's like, open that big box, girl. Okay, so what she does first is she puts hearts on the ones that she is hoping to get. There are a lot of these. Oh, okay, so just one here. It gets an extra fat heart. Guess she's about that old town road life. I really like how the unboxing is aesthetic and it's like ASMR. This is completely different from what we saw with Lisa's unboxing. Obviously the secret, which is clearly SpongeBob and Patrick sitting next to each other. Hey, I know that Pokemon. Oh, she got the secret and it was only on the 5th one. Quick, now just return the rest and get a refund. That's the hit. Sweet, sweet blind box hit. Okay, so you get it, right? In the end, she displays all of them, starting with the secret. I actually realized after watching this that in the TikToks where Kira does get a secret, it pretty much gives it away. But I guess if I was really into Pop Mart, I would mostly watch the ones where I know that she's gonna get a secret. And apparently I'm not the only one, because everyone else seems to think that too. The top comment is, "Thanks Pop Mart for giving my girl a secret." Again with the crying emojis. But wow, it sounds like this TikToker is sponsored by Pop Mart. Let's dive into that a bit later. My guy Toad, Frog's version, agrees with what I was saying before. He replied, "Bro, you had to spoil it? Triple cry emoji? That's right, my web-footed friend. How dare she ruin the surprise?" But reading the comments further, people are saying Kira hasn't gotten a secret for 5 months, and she makes these TikToks pretty often. What I was gonna get into before is that this must be super expensive, because look, I work in finance and the analyst in me was like, if there are 12 of these boxes and each of them costs like $20, then that's over $240 per set. What is she, a cajillionaire? Basically, without any other research, I have concluded that she is sponsored by Pop Mart. Yeah, Google says it's a thing. Imagine she has to return them after unboxing them. She gets the rush of getting a secret like it's a newborn baby, and then Pop Mart swoops in like Child Protective Services and is like, "You are not fit to raise this child, Kira Kabuki." An arguably more popular series that you'll see at Pop Mart is the Molly series, particularly Space Molly. Personally, this is more the image that first comes to mind when I think of Pop Mart because of the bigger sized figurines. These Mega Space Mollies are 400% larger than the regular ones, and honestly, the colors are pretty fire. On the Pop Mart website, if you just search Molly, it'll usually recommend one of the mega ones at the top. And why wouldn't they? I mean, they only cost a little under $300. I'd have to sell my left kidney to get into collecting these Lego astronaut looking babies. Alright, so this is an unboxing of a Mega Space Molly. Whoa, wait a minute, that thing's huge. Or that's a very little person. I also wish I could understand what's being said. I think it's in Indonesian. I never realized that it sounds similar to Tagalog. I don't speak Tagalog at all. Oh my Lanta, $1,199.90. Bro, it's even bigger than her head. Like she can't even wear the crown. If you speak Spanish, I apologize. Okay, it does look pretty majestic. I'm not gonna lie. At least it moves too. K. K for Queen? Oh, it lights up. In the belly, its belly slightly glows. And she plans to buy more. As we've just seen, Pop Mart also makes these 1000% sized Mega Space Mollies. And these things are crazy expensive for something that really has no functional use and is just aesthetics. But I feel like if you were to put this thing as decoration in a room, it would be the only thing that you see. It would be the royal girly elephant in the room, so to speak. Actually, this TikTok is from last year, so I don't think Pop Mart does this very often, which makes sense. Cause like, that thing's got enough plastic in it to unalive 1,000 sea turtles at an all-you-can-eat seafood buffet. But okay, I'm not one to point fingers. I have Pop Mart figurines too. I mostly got into them because my wife likes buying them, and I like buying them with her. In total, I own less than 10, and they're from different series. We got the Temu, Azura, Pucky, Bobo and Coco. I'll tell you which one is my favorite at the end. And no, it's not the duck, although yes, I really like shave ice because I'm from Hawaii. I'm not that predictable. As you can see, we don't have a Labubu, and sometimes I wish that we could clip these onto our bags, but man, from what I've seen, Labubus have been getting stolen like crazy. I mean, it is just wild. Anyway, my favorite is the Temu, which is from the Weaving Wonders collection. This little guy inspired what my wife calls her baby bump, which is sweet pea. One night she said, "I'm feeling sleepy, like this here, sweet pea." And as the hormones raced through her evolving body, she said, "I'm going to refer to our baby as sweet pea." Looking at it now, I wish that we could go back and experience that excitement we had when we first unboxed them. I decided that I wasn't going to let consumerism tell me when I was finished enjoying my Pop Mart reward. In order to try to get a hit of that dopamine again, I'm going to reenact opening the Temu, but this time I'm going to raise the stakes and do it as if it was taking place in a library-like setting. Oh my goodness, it's the Temu. I really hope I get the one that I like. All right. Well, that's all I got for y'all. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Comment below if you have a Labubu and describe it to me using only emojis. Bye!